was. Um, so the ATF, who are a bunch of racists, I mean, one of the reasons they targeted Karesh was because they accused him of miscegenating, meaning there were black women in there, and he was accused of sleeping with them. And the ATF were the white supremacists, not him. He looked like one with his, to a liberal from New York, he looked like one with his mullet head and his Trans Am. But that didn't mean he was actually, some kind of racist. That just meant that he was from the country, is all it meant. Um, uh, it was the ATF. They told Dan Gifford themselves that that was why they targeted him. But it was a publicity stunt because they were being sued for sexual harassment and for racism inside the ATF, picking on their own fellow employees. And they had been caught selling N-word hunting licenses at this Nazi Jubilee thing somewhere in the South. I forget exactly. And so they were all in trouble. And Al Gore, the vice president, had this policy called reinventing government, where they were going to cut waste, fraud, and abuse and trim the fat and all this kind of crap, right? Which is usually just means nothing. But one of the proposals was maybe we'll take the ATF away from the Treasury Department and give them to the Justice Department. The ATF was pissed about that. They didn't want that because they were already the little brother to the FBI. Now they're going to be the much littler brother to the FBI inside justice. So they're terrified of this. They don't want this. But they got all this bad public relations because Ruby Ridge was their fault. Now, that was under H.W. Bush still. People blame Clinton for that because might as well. But it was actually H.W. Bush's government that did that. It gets conflated together. And even though it was the marshals that killed Weaver's son and dog, and even though it was the FBI who blew his wife's head off, it was the ATF who entrapped Weaver in the first place.